The next 10 years of your life won't be shaped by luck, chances, or what others hand you. They'll be defined by the decisions you make right now. If you keep drifting, you'll wake up a decade later wondering where the time went. But if you take full control today of your mindset, your habits, your energy, you can build a future that makes your present struggles worth it. Don't wait for motivation. Build discipline. Don't chase comfort. Embrace growth. Don't rely on others to believe in you. Be your own loudest supporter. Arranger. The next 10 years won't fix themselves. It's you who must rise, plan, commit, and execute. You've wasted enough time. Now is the moment to decide, will you be the same person in 2035? Or will you be unrecognizable, unstoppable, and fulfilled? The first step in transforming the next decade is to stop blaming others, the past or your circumstances. Nothing changes until you say, this is on me. Responsibility gives you power. It puts you back in the driver's seat of your life. Most people don't get what they want because they don't know what they want. Your next 10 years require a clear blueprint, a vision of who you want to become, where you want to be, and what legacy you want to leave behind. Don't live reactively. Live intentionally. Big change doesn't come from one giant leap. It comes from consistent small actions repeated daily. Whether it's reading, journaling, working out, or learning a skill, these habits quietly stack until they shape a different version of you over the years. The people you spend time with either push you forward or pull you back. Surround yourself with those who inspire growth, challenge mediocrity, and reflect the future you desire. Your environment either fuels your mission or distracts from it. Life will test you. Your ability to stay calm, focused, and determined through chaos is what separates the average from the elite. Discipline is the bridge between goals and results. Emotion without control leads to regret. Control leads to progress. Perfection is the enemy of progress. You will stumble, fail, and fall. But if you commit to growing through every challenge, learning from every mistake, and never quitting, the next 10 years will reward you with strength, success, and self-respect. Everything changes the moment you take complete ownership of your life. So, it's easy and common to blame your past, your parents, your circumstances, the economy, or the lack of support around you. But blaming others only gives them control over your destiny. Responsibility is not about accepting guilt. It's about accepting power. When you take responsibility, you stop waiting for someone to come and save you. You stop expecting opportunities to magically show up. You realize that no one is coming. And that's a good thing. Because once you truly understand that your progress, your happiness, your growth, and your success depend on you, you unlock the mindset of a creator, not a victim. Ask yourself, where did I waste time this year? Where did I make excuses instead of progress? What habits am I allowing that are keeping me stuck? The answers might sting, but they will also set you free. Because once you see the truth, you can change it. Responsibility isn't a burden. It's a gift. It means you are capable of shaping your life on your own terms. The day you stop outsourcing your problems is the day you start designing your future. Taking full responsibility means waking up every morning and saying, whatever happens today, I will find a way. I will improve. I will improve. I will not give up. The next 10 years won't change if you don't. But if you commit to ownership, radical, relentless ownership, the direction of your life shifts immediately. You become the author, not the reader. The driver, not the passenger. And that's when transformation begins. You must understand something crucial. No one is coming to save you. Not your friends, not your family, not society, and definitely not time. The sooner you accept this, the faster you rise. Because the brutal truth is, as long as you keep blaming circumstances, you give away the very power you need to change them. Taking full responsibility is not just an act of courage. It's a decision to reclaim your life. It means if your health is failing, you stop saying, I don't have time. And you start asking, how can I make my health a priority? If you're broke, you stop pointing fingers at the economy and start learning the skills the world pays for. If your relationships are broken, you stop blaming others and reflect. What energy am I bringing into these connections? You cannot fix a life you refuse to admit you're responsible for. And it's hard, because responsibility hurts. It forces you to confront all the ways you've held yourself back. The procrastination, the excuses, the fear, the laziness, the addictions. But here's the power in that pain. Once you see that you are the problem, you also realize you are the solution. Take a look at the most successful people in the world. Not the lucky ones, but the ones who climbed from nothing. Every single one of them had to say, "It doesn't matter how I started. It matters what I do next." That mindset separates dreamers from doers. Responsibility doesn't mean you caused every hardship in your life, but it means you are the one who must respond to it. It's not your fault. Your parents didn't teach you financial literacy, but it is your responsibility to learn it now. It's not your fault if someone broke your trust, but it is your responsibility to heal, grow, and choose better next time. There's a moment in life when you stop looking out the window for answers and start looking in the mirror. That moment is now. Because when you shift from a "why is this happening to me" to a "what am I going to do about it," you shift from being a prisoner of your past to the architect of your future. So if you're not where you want to be, don't run. Don't hide. Don't scroll endlessly, hoping the feeling fades. Stand up. Face it. Own it. Because only by taking full, unapologetic, ruthless responsibility today, can you begin to build the next 10 years into something powerful, something you can be proud of. If you don't know where you're going, how will you ever get there? Most people drift through life reacting to whatever comes their way, living day to day, hoping something will change, waiting for life to get better, without ever defining what better actually looks like. That's not growth, that's survival. And you were not born just to survive. You were born to create, to conquer, and to live with purpose. Designing a long-term vision means getting brutally clear on what kind of life you want to build over the next 10 years. What does your ideal future look like? Mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, spiritually, truly. What kind of person do you want to become? What does your dream lifestyle look like? What impact do you want to make? Until you can answer these questions with clarity and conviction, your life will always lack direction. This isn't about fantasy. It's about precision. Vision is not a vague wish like, "I want to be richer" or "I want to be happy." That's not a vision. That's a hope. A true vision is specific, measurable, and aligned with your values. It's something you can reverse engineer and work toward daily. A man with a clear vision wakes up with fire. Both fire. He knows why he's sacrificing. He knows why he's saying a no to distractions. He knows why he's working out, reading, learning, and leveling up. Because he's building a version of himself that his future demands. A person without vision, on the other hand, chases every dopamine hit, wastes time, and lives a life of regret, constantly asking, "How did I end up here?" Creating a 10-year vision requires you to zoom out from the noise of the present. Stop thinking just about next weekend or next month. Ask yourself, what kind of legacy am I building? What would make the next decade worth the effort and the pain? Whether it's financial freedom, becoming a better parent, writing a book, starting a business, mastering your body, or healing your soul, your vision must be personal, powerful, and deeply connected to your identity. And don't let fear make your vision small. It's small. Too many people shrink their dreams to fit their current reality. That's backwards. You should expand your mindset to match the vision you want. Let your goals scare you. Because if your vision doesn't stretch you, it won't grow you. Once your vision is clear, your life starts to align. Your actions gain purpose. Your mornings have meaning. Your decisions become easier. Not because they're painless, but because you now filter every choice through one simple question. Does this move me closer to my vision or further away? The next 10 years don't happen by accident. They are built through clarity, intention, and vision that pulls you forward. Even when motivation fades, even when the world doubts you, even when things get hard. Without a vision, you'll follow anyone. With one, you'll lead yourself. Picture this, it's 2035. 10 years from today, you wake up in the life you created, or the one you allowed. Are you proud? Are you fulfilled? Are you living with passion and purpose? Or are you stuck, frustrated, wondering how a decade passed by in a blur of distraction, hesitation, and excuses? That question is why designing a long-term vision isn't optional. It's essential. A long-term vision gives you something to aim for, something to fight for, something to wake up early for when you don't feel like it. It becomes your internal compass when life gets chaotic. Without it, every obstacle feels like a dead end. But with it, every obstacle becomes a stepping stone. It transforms pain into purpose. This vision must be so personal, so vivid, and so emotionally compelling that it moves you to tears. You should be able to close your eyes and see it, feel it. Imagine the home you live in, the energy in your body, the peace in your mind, the way people speak about you when you're not in the room, the freedom you have, financial, emotional, spiritual. That clarity gives your daily grind a powerful reason. And it's not just about goals. It's about who you become in the process. It's about designing a character arc, not just a checklist. Do you want to be the man who shows up with strength and purpose every day? The woman who leads with confidence and kindness? The person who breaks generational cycles, rewrites their story, and leaves a legacy of strength? That version of you doesn't come by accident. It's forged by choosing every day to move toward your highest vision. Not your comfort, not your habits, not your fears. Vision gives your pain context. It turns sacrifice into strategy. It turns loneliness into focus. It turns discipline into devotion. And remember, vision evolves, but it must always exist. You don't need every answer today, but you must decide what direction you're moving in. Otherwise, you'll spend 10 years running on a treadmill, busy, exhausted, but going nowhere. So grab a journal, write it down in full detail. Who are you in 10 years? Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially. What are your daily routines? What do people come to you for? What makes you proud of the person you've become? Get so clear that you can taste it, because clarity builds momentum. Your vision is your contract with your future. And every time you choose growth over comfort, focus over distraction, sacrifice over shortcuts, you're signing that contract with action. The truth is, your future is being shaped not by the occasional big decisions, but by the tiny, consistent choices you make every single day. It's not the once-a-year motivation or the once-a-month breakthrough that defines who you become. It's the quiet, invisible habits you repeat when no one's watching. The small actions that seem insignificant in the moment, but over time they compound into either success or regret. Think about it. One workout doesn't transform your body, but working out 5 days a week for the next 10 years? That's a different human being. One morning of reading doesn't make you wise, but reading 30 minutes a day for a decade? Yes, sir. That will shift your mindset, vocabulary, confidence, and decision-making forever. Most people overestimate what they can do in a day and wildly underestimate what they can do in a year, let alone a decade. But your life is the sum total of your habits. Your income is a reflection of your habits around learning, discipline, and value creation. Your health is a reflection of your habits around food, movement, and sleep. Your relationships are built on the habits of listening, empathy, presence, and honesty. There's no shortcut, there's no cheat code. What you consistently do becomes who you are. But here's the key. Habits don't require motivation. They require structure. If you only do the right things when you feel like it, your life will be unstable. But if you build the right systems, morning routines, nighttime rituals, scheduled learning, structured focus, you remove the guesswork and replace it with rhythm. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your habits. And your habits aren't just about productivity. They're about identity. Every time you wake up early to work on your craft, you're casting a vote for the type of person who is committed. Every time you push through a tough workout, you're reinforcing the belief that you are strong. Every time you say no to distractions and yes to purpose, you're declaring who you are becoming. It's not easy. Habits feel boring, repetitive, quiet. That's why so many abandon them. But they are the very foundation of greatness. Excellence is not the result of occasional intensity. It is the result of daily consistency. And yes, the results take time. That's why most people quit, because they expect instant change. But habits are like planting seeds. You don't dig up the soil the next day to see if the tree is growing. You trust the process. You water it. You show up. And eventually, it grows taller than you imagine. Not because you got lucky, but because you earned it through repetition. So if you want to fix the next 10 years of your life, don't just chase big dreams. Build the small, quiet, often overlooked daily habits that align with those dreams. Because what you do daily, without applause, without reward, is what decides who you become in the long run. Your environment is not neutral. It's either pulling you closer to your future or quietly dragging you back to your past. And one of the most overlooked truths in personal transformation is this. You are not just a product of your mindset. You're a product of your surroundings. Look around. Who do you spend the most time with? What kind of conversations are you having? What type of energy fills your space? What do your evenings look like? Are the people closest to you building with you, or are they distracting you from your growth? If you want to radically change the next 10 years of your life, you must be brave enough to evaluate and possibly change your circle. Because your inner circle is a mirror of your standards. If you hang around with complainers, you'll find reasons to complain. If you're surrounded by people who always play it safe, you'll subconsciously shrink your goals to match theirs. But if you're in a room full of builders, thinkers, readers, leaders, that energy rubs off. That mindset stretches you. That discipline sharpens. This doesn't mean cutting off everyone overnight. It means becoming conscious of influence. It means protecting your mental space like your future depends on it. Because it does. Every word you hear, every interaction you allow is either pouring into you or draining you. Every person you allow into your life either believes in your potential or reminds you of your limitations. It's not just people, it's your digital environment too. What kind of content are you consuming daily? Who are you following? What are you watching, scrolling, listening to? You can't expect to build a powerful future if your present is full of noise, gossip, and distractions. Social media is not harmless if it's slowly numbing your ambition, dulling your discipline, and feeding you mediocrity. So start curating your environment like your dreams depend on it. Follow people who inspire you. Read books that challenge your thinking. Spend time in spaces that demand your growth. Create a physical environment that fuels your focus. Clean workspace, vision board, energizing music, reminders of your goals. Small shifts in your space create massive shifts in your energy. And don't be afraid to feel lonely during this transition. Growth often creates distance. But that space allows room for alignment, for better friends, higher standards, and more focused energy. People will come and go, but your future will stay. And the people meant for your next chapter will recognize your growth, not present it. Because here's the truth. You can't soar like an eagle if you're surrounded by pigeons. You can't talk legacy in a room full of people obsessed with gossip. You can't build a life of clarity, discipline, and elevation if you're standing knee-deep in chaos, laziness, and distraction. And if you're serious about transforming the next 10 years, take inventory. Audit who's speaking into your life. Audit where your time is spent. Because before you rise to your potential, you must rise above your environment. And that starts with choosing who gets a seat at your table. If there is one skill that separates those who merely exist from those who build empires, it's this: the ability to control your emotions and stay disciplined, no matter what chaos surrounds you. Because life will test you. People will disappoint you. Plans will fall apart. The weather won't always be perfect. Your motivation will fade. Your feelings will fluctuate. But the person who can act with discipline, instead of reacting emotionally, is the one who stays on course while others collapse. You cannot build the next 10 years of greatness if you're a slave to your impulses. If every setback breaks you, if every emotion sways your direction, if every inconvenience throws off your plan, then your life is not being led by purpose. It's being dictated by emotion. And emotions are unreliable leaders. They're temporary, unstable, and often driven by fear or desire. Emotional control is not about ignoring your feelings. It's about owning them, not being owned by them. It's being able to feel anger and not act recklessly. It's feeling doubt and still choosing courage. It's experiencing fear but showing up anyway. It's understanding that the emotional storms will come. But you are the anchor, not the boat. And paired with emotional control is its twin force. Self-discipline. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It's saying a no to short-term pleasure for long-term power. It's waking up early when your bed feels warm, saying no to junk food when your cravings are loud, choosing work over distraction, silence over unnecessary conflict, patience over panic. You see, discipline is not punishment. It's freedom. It frees you from regret. It frees you from weakness. It frees you from the prison of inconsistency. Discipline is the gatekeeper between who you are and who you could become. The next 10 years will not be smooth. People who are willing to keep showing up, keep learning, keep evolving, no matter how far they have to go. Because at the end of the day, it's not about being perfect in 10 years. It's about being unrecognizable in the best possible way. Because you never stopped growing. So now the question is not, can you change? It's will you? Will you take responsibility for everything in your life? Will you build the habits, the mindset, the circle, the vision, and the discipline that your future demands? Or will you let another year slip by with the same excuses, the same fears, the same distractions? 10 years from now, you will arrive. The only question is, where? And who will you be when you get there? Start today, not tomorrow, not next week, not when things calm down. Today, because the next decade is already waiting for you. It can either be a continuation of your past or the beginning of the most powerful transformation you've ever created. This is your time. Not to wish, not to hope, but to act. Your next 10 years start with the decision you make right now. So, make it count.